It says we're live. Can you hear us?
No, I accidentally clicked my stupid thing off, so I have to get it back.
No, it's the new one though.
I know, I clicked the whole fucking browser thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm an idiot.
Well, this thing's saying that can hear you from the other room.
Okay, then maybe.
Let us know. Is there sound? Do we have sound? Do we have sound? Because if it doesn't work, I'm going to have to record a thing with the camera and then upload it and just premiere it, and that would suck. It's not as fun that way, and it's way more work, actually.
I'm almost there.
Okay, we're checking out.
Where's the stupid live thing? It says you're live, and then it doesn't show me the thing.
Oh, you got to click to my videos on the channel because it just went up. Because it's new and it doesn't up. YouTube?
Okay.
Oh,
yeah, there's sound.
Sweet, we got sound. Woohoo! So apparently YouTube is just full of fuckeries. And I don't really think it's like they're being fuckheads. They're just incompetent fucks, and their shit is shit now, is what I think. So Famine and War news. Okay, I can tell you.
This is in no particular order when you get to the list. Anyway.
But Iran shot down. I see flashy things on the reflection. I'm gonna go look outside, okay?
Ooh, is there anything? No, there's nothing.
But
you're out. Oh, it's out here. Yeah, nothing.
I thought I saw a cargo.
Well, we see reflection thingies.
I know. It's hard to judge which way they're going. So, yeah. Anyways, like I was saying, I don't know if it was heard on the last one. There's a super top, fucking, like America's supposedly most expensive fucking drone in the whole entire universe, with all the top spy gear, super duper stealthy, got shot down by Iran using one of their domestic medium range missiles. So it wasn't like, it might even have been a ballistic missile. No, it couldn't be ballistic. It's an anti-air missile, so it has to be cruise-like. But it got shot down.
And it's funny because the response from
Trump
was like, that was international airspace, but it totally wasn't.
Well, he was like, Iran made a big mistake shooting our drone down. Like, dude, you invaded their country and your shit got detected and shot down. Why are you talking shit? You have no room to talk shit here. None. Zero. But I think they're going to maybe, because it has top secret technology, they might use that as an excuse to bomb Iran. Because it has a bunch of top secret like spy technology. It's got like the best electronics and equipment in the entire U.S. military arsenal of spy gear. So it's very.
And they go flying it around where it's gonna get shot down.
Like, yeah,
idiot,
like, stupid fucks. That's fucking really. So that's bad advertising, because that's an export weapon there to other NATO countries, and they're already saying that people are going to stop buying the piece of shit U.S. drones because they're not actually stealthy.
Yeah.
And because, like, think about it, if Iran can shoot it down, anybody can shoot it down.
It pretends to be stealthy. It's got like a fancy paint job and everything, and then it makes this bzzz
and
sound.
They just turn the headlights off. They call that the stealth mode. No, but apparently it's a MQ-4 Global Hawk drone. It's not the Predator drone. You see, Iran already shot down Predator drones, and that's why they're like a global drone superpower, because they shoot down U.S. drones and then they steal the technology, they reverse engineer it, and then they make their drones off of that. It's how they got their new identical to a THAAD system, except better because it's on a turret that can rotate. They probably captured that during Iraq and shit when there was big war stuff going on and things.
Mocha gets a spank on the butt. She likes it. And then Puppy's jealous.
Yeah, okay. I don't know. They want us to do the walk.
Yeah,
but we'll do that
probably.
later. I have to get a shower. I'm dirty. So Trump is busy in the war room, and Nutjob Yahoo in Israel is in their war room, and they're all talking about how they can spin this and use it as an excuse to attack Iran. I'm so full, and I still want a coffee. It's so retarded. Anyways, we got that going on. What else is the Midwest is still getting hammered with like tornadoes and thunderstorms and hailstorms. So all that corn that supposedly got planted is getting hammered into the ground right now, like hammered. We were making fun of how it was S&M short corn. And it's 88-day corn is, I think they say that's the most fastest growing corn they have.
Probably so. That's pretty fast.
Because the regular stuff is like 120-day corn.
Yeah, that's what most corn is.
But like regular non-modified corn is 100. Well, all corn's modified, whatever. It's corn. There's no such thing as wild corn. I mean, seriously, how would wild corn even spread? You expect eagles to come down and like pluck the kernels off of the cob and spread them around or something?
Oh, apparently there might.
You expect an elk to eat the cob and then crap out the seeds? What now?
I forgot what I was gonna say.
The corn doesn't really bolt so much. It's just kind of dry there on the stalk. It doesn't go nowhere.
Just kind of lingers.
Yeah, how is it going to spread its seed that way? That doesn't work. It's like I don't know. It's just not good. It even comes with its own corn condom, so to keep all the kernels in one place.
I'm pretty sure when it's dried, it comes apart a little easier.
Comes apart like a Trump tweet.
Yeah, like that. Just kind of falls apart.
Yes, it just gives
up. It
up.
doesn't have a point.
It has no point. Tiny husk losers. But as of today, the 20th. Oh, and tomorrow is the last day to buy corn July futures. Maybe they're like all sold out, so the corn goes down because there is no that would make it
if
go
it
up.
sells out, it would go up. Yeah.
So they're suppressing the corn futures because of reasons. Don't know.
Because they don't want the farmers to make money.
Well, and they also don't want the city folks to panic thinking all their tacos are going up in price and things like that.
Not the tacos.
I mean, how is Taco Bell going to survive if there's no fucking corn to make the corn tortillas? Toast, man. Toasting. You're going to get some fucking flour shells.
They'll be called Burrito Bell.
Burrito Bell. So the maximum shortness of a corn plant of Monsanto is 88 days. And there's only 10 days of this month. That's pretty cool.
Right on.
So that's 10 days. That's 31. That's 41 days there. 72 days for August. 72. So that corn can actually mature by September 16th, they say.
Nice.
But I don't.
Oh, you go.
Did I do my math wrong?
For what?
Well, that's only if they're planting 88-day corn. Not everybody's planting 88-day corn. They're still trying to plant the gooder corns.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go on Twitter, they're talking about how they're going to be harvesting in the snow.
Well, that I don't think they can harvest in the snow.
You know?
I think if it snows, they're fucked.
Really?
Yeah.
They're acting like they can harvest in the snow. So if everybody had switched to planting,
maybe I'm wrong. I've never
corn,
seen it.
But the question is what kind of corn is that? Is it for human consumption, animal feed, biofuel, what?
It's probably not sweet
Corn oil. It's probably not sweet corn. It's not 88-day sweet corn because they can't handle that kind of abuse.
Well, it doesn't get sweet fast like that.
You can't bad talk the sweet corn. That would be sour corn.
Or sad corn.
Sad corn. The sweet corn's all there. I'm sunny and happy. You suck, corn. You can't even plant them next to each other, the S&M corn and the sweet corn, because the S&M corn would like rape the sweet corn. Yeah.
Or at least tie it up.
Yeah. Fucking holding it hostage and shit.
Ball gag, that
you
kind of thing.
out in the morning and your S&M corn is whipping the sweet corn. Tell me I'm daddy. Call me daddy. Fucking corn.
You corn tart. A
bunch of corn stuff going on out there. The raccoons are just
corn
watching.
fuckery.
The raccoons are sitting in the ditch eating popcorn and hot dogs. Like, look, I'm eating you and some hot dogs. The fucking YouTube has these fucking fake ass farm channels, and they're going to the very few fields like, let me explain this. So you got those Rocky Mountain thingies, and you got the Midwest, you got the Missouri and the Mississippi rivers and stuff. Well, and you got this jet stream, and you got like the high plains and then the Midwest, because those are two different things. Like the high plains would be like your Colorado and what parts of
they're high plains.
Yeah. And there's a little spot in the middle between the high plains and the Midwest where they get shielded from a lot of the bad weather.
Where is that?
Like in between the high plains and the Midwest. It's because the jet stream's coming down, and like where the jet stream comes down, it creates a border and it pushes like the bad weather from both ends of the system away from it.
Is that like Montana?
I think like Colorado and stuff. They get
parts a little farther down.
Parts of Colorado, yeah. But anyways, so there's a couple places in America where they've actually gotten decent weather and some corn planted and some wheat and all of that stuff. And those fuckers are stupid, and they're like, what? The weather looks fine here. And
same thing with Texas.
But they go, no, Texas is getting hammered.
Oh, are they?
Weather-wise, yeah.
Before
they were good, but now they're not so good.
All lovely, and now not so
Now
much.
there's like tornadoes and shit, throwing trampolines on the F500 and stuff.
Sweet.
Some funny shit to have a tornado drop a trampoline on your truck. Bounce.
Oh, come on, doesn't it bounce?
Probably not. Probably a lot, but
not if it hits sideways.
Like it like throws it on the truck and then picks it up and throws it on the truck again.
Or it just bounces between two trucks.
Yeah, that would be good too. So the weather's got like thousands and thousands of people without power, all from Michigan all through down to Texas, because there's like tornadoes and thunderstorms everywhere.
Or as they say in Night Vale, Michigan.
Anyways, so they got these fake farm channels on YouTube, and they go around to these places where the weather's just perfect and they actually got everything done, and they're like making these fancy videos. So then they're showing, so if you go on YouTube and look for videos of how bad things are, you're probably not going to find much. What you're going to see is a bunch of rich fucking corporate farms with nice pretty crops, because they stole the best farmland, of course. And then they leave all the poor people down by the fucking rivers to die in the floods and stuff, which is what's happening.
Very much. Isn't that the way it's always been?
Yep. Just so you know, something I learned yesterday, farmers right now are committing suicide twice the rate as U.S. veterans.
That's a lot.
Yeah, double the rates.
And so who's going to fucking tend the farms when that happens?
No one. Everybody's dead.
Exactly.
So now when I say twice the rates, what I mean is the actual numbers is double. The suicides are double for farmers what it is for U.S. veterans. What that means is that farmers and veterans actually have the same per capita suicide rate. All right. Because you see, only 2% of the American population are farmers and only 1% of the American population are soldiers. So there's twice as many farmers as there are soldiers.
Therefore, twice the suicide rate.
Right. So that tells you that they're roughly the same. What that's telling you is that America is shitting all over the two professions that every civilization needs. You cannot live without farmers and soldiers. You don't have a nation if you don't have farmers to make food and soldiers to keep people from stealing your food. There are always going to be thieves. They're always, because humans are shit. Humans are shitty fucking people. There's always going to be criminals and thieves. So if you don't have farmers to grow the food and soldiers to protect the farmers, you have nothing. You have no nation. You're not a nation if you don't have that. So if all of your farmers and soldiers are committing suicide, that's a sign of that you're in a failed civilization, a failed nation. You're nothing. Your nation is nothing. If all of your most important peoples are committing suicide and everybody's ridiculing them and mocking them and taking their money from them and taking their homes and ruining them and making them homeless and stuff, then you don't have a real nation. You're just a band of criminals at that point that will soon run out of food with nobody to protect you because you done fucking shit on everybody that would do both those things.
And even if they do have food, there won't be anybody to prepare it because they'll all be dead.
Yeah. And you'll be a slave because you fucked up all your soldiers and they all committed suicide and now you have no one to protect you no more.
And so some invading force came in and took over.
Mm-hmm. So like these dumb fucks I was talking,
or something.
There's these dumb fucks online on YouTube trying to make fun of shit and saying that satellites aren't real. These motherfucking flat earth, electric universe, grand solar minimum fucktards. I mean, I'm a fucking modern day soldier. You don't do war without technology.
Mm-hmm.
Like my job was forward reconnaissance, and a part of forward reconnaissance is using highest available technology to kill your enemy with. So I would have a GPS and a fucking laser rangefinder, and that's what you use to fucking pinpoint your enemy's positions and rain death down on them with those ultra high-tech modern mortar rounds. Hey, Tanya, she's showing up.
Hi.
So, and they're trying to tell me there's no such thing as fucking satellites.
That's funny.
You don't do modern warfare without modern technology. Russia and China both have like GPS jamming systems now, and they've been shutting down the GPS satellites during NATO training missions just to fuck with them now. Because we keep cyber attacking their nations, so they say fuck it and shut down our GPS satellites. So when you hear them complaining, Russia's turning off our GPS and stuff, and you'll see the airplanes like not knowing where they're going and shit.
And then they show like the Russian control room, and they're all.
The funny part about it is the systems that Russia designed to shut down the GPS satellites. And that's like really expensive stuff. There's like tons of satellites. They're really expensive. It costs a lot just to get them into orbit and everything. Then your little GPS thing with like that's hardened against fucking electronic hacking and stuff, and it's all cyber hardened. It's really expensive devices. They're really expensive things, and they're hardened like physically because you can drop an army GPS out of a fucking airplane and it can hit the rocks and not break. It's very durable. It's made for war.
Unlike a cell phone without
a
case thingy.
Yeah, no. Hush. Anyways, And they're trying to tell, like, anyways, the Russian system is like really cheap. It only costs like a few $1,000s, I think, to make it or something like that. And it has such a wide area of operation. It can shut down, like, apparently, you know, the entire hemisphere because just of, you know, geometry.
I probably don't know.
Geometry, the shape of things. Because it works, it hits everything. It's a line of sight equipment. So your line of sight is the entire hemisphere of the sky. So it's like really cheap to make. Oh gosh, I'll pause. I got phone ringing.
Get out of the way, geez.
We'll leave it.
We're back.
We're back. It was no big deal.
Disaster averted.
Yep, maybe. Unless I'm dying.
Okay, yeah, that would suck.
That would definitely suck. Where were we? So that's a thing. So we might go to war with Iran over the shooting down of a stupid remote control toy airplane thingy. Whatever. They're like, Trump's already out there. You made a big mistake, Iran. A big mistake.
You'll rue the day.
He doesn't even know how to say
Yeah, I know.
You'll regret this day. And like, it's like, dude, you invaded them and they defended themselves, and then you're telling them that they're going to regret defending themselves. Like, isn't that kind of what a bully talks like?
That's like somebody's trying to punch you and you block it, and they're like, "Oh, you're in for it now."
Well, you already blocked it, so what do you got to worry about, right? So, like, but basically what they're worried about is if Iran gets one that finds the wreckage first, then they get all the high-tech stuff. Because what Iran is really good at is reverse engineering things. They're very good at it. So if you give them if they find that technology, and like they said, it's the most advanced drone in the U.S. arsenal. So I already got the Predator. They shot that down already, which I mentioned is why Iran's a drone superpower. So corn futures are flattening out, and they're fucking around with the markets. Oh, probably because oil's going up. The whole something or another that happened, I'm not sure what, but it made oil go up another 5%. So that's 10% increase over the past since the tanker thing happened. Which was on the 13th.
Which just goes to show that was probably all planned, because why would the prices change just because of one tanker?
Well, two, but
okay,
that happened a week ago, and now it's the I don't know, man. So the USA is gonna probably do this missile strike type thingy on Iran, and it's probably got them shitting their pants, because if Iran can shoot down their super fucking stealth drone that flying way high up in the air and stuff, what's going to happen when NATO flies over their B-2B bombers and their B-52 bombers and their fancy F-35s and stuff? That means those things are really big compared to a drone, and
way easier to shoot
and
down.
That F-35 is way less stealthy than the drone because it's way bigger. Right, it has a much larger radar fucking footprint.
Well, yeah.
So if they can shoot down a tiny drone, they can shoot down an F-35.
Yeah.
So what's really happening is Trump and the military
I
is
need tea.
pissing their pants because their shit. They want to do this missile bombing campaign in Iran, and then their fucking super stealthy drone just got shot down, and they're like, I don't know. They're like, can we do it? What happens is if the USA goes through with the stupid bombing run on Iran, US pilots are going to die. Iran is not a pushover. Fucking A, 354 a gallon, man. That's a lot. For our shit's, it's I think it's approaching that too, but it's like 340.
329.
Was it 329? I wish we had a vehicle to
last
put.
time we were in town.
Maybe we should take our 5-gallon cannon and get a thing of gas. No, because you don't want to use our points on 5 gallons of gas.
Yeah.
But we do, once we get our vehicle back, we're going to want to take the 5-gallon can with us and fill that up too, because of we got our up to 80 cents off.
So there's that.
Yeah. Here's one thing you gotta, for shopping, because of the fascist shithole we live in, you gotta pick one store that you get the little card thingy discounts with in gas points. We go with Safeway because I hate Fred Meyer's and Kroger's and QFC because
they don't have the Kroger things in California.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they don't.
Well, they would have something.
I don't think they had any Fred Meyer in California.
Well, no, it's a different name though. It's the same company. There comes. No, that's just the neighbors. I'm trying to.
Maybe it's all Kroger. Fuck if I know.
No, there's Safeway and Kroger's. I can't see the reflections because the sunlight's like actually.
Well, because Safeway owns like Albertsons and I think Vaughn's.
Yes, exactly.
And there's probably somebody else in there.
All of those. But now NATO and America is trying to decide if they're even able to go do this little shooting out thing with Iran without losing people.
Shoot out. Pew pew.
Yeah. Now, what America has been doing is telling Iran that if even one U.S. soldier dies for any reason anywhere in the world, they're going to blame Iran for it. Like, you know.
Even if it's just their own stupidity.
Yeah, drunk Timmy fucking hits a telephone pole in fucking Killeen, Texas. Iran did it. Those shifty mullahs. But so anyways, we ended up. It's so weird. I mean, don't ever go, okay, so we can talk about buying food now. And it's crazy that I think it's very important to talk about the how to buy food and do grocery shopping in America right now. There's price chaos. Now, remember last time I was mentioning that America has no strategic grain reserves. That means there's no price checks. There's no checks and balance. The government has no way.
What you see is what you get.
Right. The government has no way to control chaos in the markets. They have no way to that. And what's the point of a government that's the entire point of a government? Any government is to fucking minimize chaos and provide stability in life. I
wonder at what point everybody's just going to start raiding this supermarket.
And the West Coast, that's already made it. They've decriminalized shoplifting. They've decriminalized shoplifting in Washington State. I'm not shitting you. Well, maybe not the whole state, but then the major cities like Seattle and Tacoma and stuff.
You know, Seattle, where they're fine with people pitching a tent, right there by the street. And it's cool.
And just crapping in front of the storefront doors and shooting up right there and all.
Small town feel.
It's personal use. So why not shoot up some fucking heroin right down there at Pier 51? And then just take a crap right into the water.
You're high on heroin. Why do you care?
Why not? Why not just climb right up on that Ferris wheel, open the door when it's at the top, and just take a fucking heroin crap right there? I think I want.
That sounds terrible.
I want a coffee, even though I shouldn't have one. It's like already going to be my third one. Maybe I should hold off a bit. Yeah. I have coconut caramel crunch coffee. and I mix it with some Dairy Gold vanilla creamer. It's really, really sinful. I have to call to make a doctor's appointment. That sucks. Anyway, so but the point is there's chaos on the markets right now. American government has abdicated all fucking adult responsibility of being an actual government.
Don't feel like adulting today.
No, everybody is shoplifting, Tanya. If you go into Seattle, apparently shoplifting is the thing to do. Like if the store owners don't tackle the person before they leave the store, they have no legal recourse for anything. Like it's like belongs to the thief. Washington State is pro
thievery.
The courts are all for the thieves and against the person. They're against homeowners. They're against law-abiding citizens. They're all for the criminals in Washington State. The courts are for, of, and by the criminals. Mm-hmm. And that's the way. I'm not even exaggerating that. It's the way, like businesses are shutting down in Seattle and leaving because of it, because their shit keeps getting stolen and they can't afford insurance anymore because the government doesn't do their fucking job anymore. Yeah.
But then like holds the individual liable if they do anything to defend their shit.
Yeah, probably. The store owners probably get in trouble if they shoot the looters. I mean, it's really time for people to say, fuck this government, because it's not our government anymore. They're defending the criminals that are robbing us now. And if the government is on the side of the criminals, it means the government is the criminals. It's really time to wake up and just realize that the U.S. government is the one that is the problem. They're the ones that are against you. They're the ones that are hurting you. Is the government. It's the cops, the judges, the lawyers, the prisons, the billionaires, the town mayors. They're the bad guys that are doing the actual harm to you. The shoplifting tweakers and stuff, that's just the weapon. That's just the weapon. The real criminals is the ones that fucking defend the criminals like that. They aid and abet them. Because where do you think the criminals take that stuff to? They take it to the rich people and they pawn it off and they filter it through the pawn shops and stuff like that.
So that way the rich people get it for cheap.
Yeah. So rich people get everything for basically free. But the point of that is you might not notice if you like do the typical grocery shopping like American, you go twice a month and you just load up the cart with everything you can and stuff like that and hope that it don't go bad. And that's why Americans throw away so much food in the first place.
Twice a month.
Yeah.
I was lucky if I could go shopping every 6 weeks.
That's crazy talk.
Yeah.
But you're not going to notice the price volatility. It's total price chaos in the grocery stores right now. I try to go to the grocery store a couple times a week because if you shop a few things at a time and you buy your fresh foods here and there every week, you should buy fresh foods. Because your human body needs fresh foods. But I don't know clue what he must have walked into the water bowl again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, the water's not moving though. Yeah. But he was right there, so that must have been what it was.
So don't ever go shopping with like a solid list and saying these are the things I have to get. You're going to have to adjust once you get into the stores because of price volatility. Now, a good example is the other day I went and I had to get meats for dogs. I had to get some kind of meats for the dogs. Now, normally there's something on sale that's under $2 a pound. This time there wasn't. Well, chicken's under $2 a pound, but we're switching our dogs off of chicken because we think they might have an allergic reaction to it.
I don't think it's the meat. I think it's whatever filler they put in the food.
Well, after we get them off of this food and I got one thing of cheap chicken to test them with, and we'll see if it's the chicken or not. It's called science, folks. You got to do the science. Because if they can eat chicken, that's the cheapest meat usually. So it's good. It's a good fallback. When nothing else is on sale, there's almost always
chicken. They can't have catfish.
Right.
Because they sure like the catfish.
Okay, but here's what I'm talking about. Price chaos in the grocery stores. Nobody likes catfish. It's a garbage fish. It's why it's cheap.
The dogs like it.
It's the cheapest fish you'll find in the grocery store. Oh, the frozen fishies went back down on price. So I didn't buy any because I didn't think I should spend the extra money on it. It wasn't on the list. I probably should have bought some of it, but
Catfish is like
no,
rubbery
not
mud.
catfish. The frozen.
I know. I'm just
The
saying it tastes
Bandicam.
like rubbery mud.
Right. But the catfish for the past 2 months was like $2 a pound always. Well, yesterday when I went into the grocery store, holy shit,
Wow.
that's insane. And they wonder why America wastes so much food.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. They're just throwing money away.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. That's really fucking insane. We're in a famine and the corporate stores are throwing food away. It's not like you can salvage that out of the dumpster. It's fucking frozen food. You can't save it. And then they probably fucking call the cops on people if they see them in the dumpsters.
Yeah. Well, they do. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's fucking insane.
Yeah, no, dumpster diving is illegal, technically.
Oh, yeah, because back in the day, they were complaining that the dumpster divers would sue the stores if they got food poisoning. That was made up. They just want to criminalize everything. Sure. They want to make the system as fucked up in every way possible. They basically want to deprive poor people of everything, and they will do anything. And because if you're a dumpster diver, you're not trying to shoplift. You're not trying to hurt nobody.
Yeah.
So they're criminalizing all the people that are doing no wrong.
It's basically people saying they shouldn't have free food.
Yeah, exactly. Winco donates a lot of food. They and not
to
just
grocery outlet type stuff.
No, they donate like box food. Winco has their own label.
Oh, okay.
You remember when we were going to the food bank? They had all kinds of Winco products on the shelf there at the food bank. So Winco donates a lot of food, and not just like their old produce either, like actual durable box goods and stuff, like mac and cheese and things. Okay, so it's crappy mac and cheese. It's a Gennaro, but it's not just the refuse. Like here's some moldy lettuce and stuff like that.
Well, food bank.
Yeah, in California, all the dumpsters are locked up. I've noticed.
Wow.
But why is that? And they say it's for illegal dumping, but no, it's not. It's so they can fuck over the poor people. Because you know something? If you made it a fucking public thing where trash is gonna have to get taken out. So instead of charging everybody for trash, make it a part of fucking the public commons of trash collection. And then you penalize the corporations for producing the garbage. Because seriously, who needs 3 protective layers on their fucking one little doodad they bought? Look at Amazon. It's insane.
So many things are so overpackaged.
Those are the people.
You know what's really overpackaged? Weed.
Yeah.
So much plastic.
And that's because of the state law.
Yeah.
The state laws is the reason for that. Because why don't they have just the little thingies unwrapped and on the shelf and a whole bunch? You have one label. Sure. And you'd be like, yeah.
It would be bad enough if you wasted a thing like this every time. But this comes packaged in a whole bunch of layers of plastic.
Yeah. But why don't you have just reusable ones of those? And the store should have big machines and be like, yeah, let me get a gram of that. And it squishes out into your own container that you bring.
Yeah.
There you would eliminate this disposable life.
Target supposedly compost it. Yeah, no, they don't.
Yeah, it get composted
There's
in the
no
landfill.
Compost piles. Yeah. Exactly.
The landfill is the compost. They're composting it into a future fucking golf course or poor people housing development.
Yeah.
So they can all get methane poisoned. Dude, there's toxic spills and shit all over America now. It's sickening, man. America is falling apart, like literally falling the fuck apart. But like I was mentioning, the catfish went up to $3 a pound, and
it did. Wow.
Yeah, and that's why I didn't buy catfish. I bought the ham instead. Ham went down to $2 a pound, and catfish went up to $3 a pound. So the cheapest meats besides chicken was actual spiral cut hickory smoked ham. So I would have bought more, but I couldn't afford more. So I bought 2 hams because that should get me through till payday. we're trying to save up extras every month. So
I know.
it's hard when
It's very hard when you're broke. And we don't have a car, so we can't go to the food bank.
And we're going to have to, we don't have a car to go to the food bank. Once we get our vehicle all back with us, we're going to be hitting the food bank because we're going to need it to survive. But yeah, so that's what I'm saying about you got to keep an open mind when you go shopping, and you got to look for the things that are on sale and discounted, and definitely go to the
clearance
back. Go to the back of the store and find that clearance rack. Consider if you're a bread eater, which I'm actually not eating bread anymore because I'm a fatty, and medicines is making me a fatty. And then
consider making your own bread.
If you're not making your own bread, consider buying it off of the discount rack, the clearance rack, and then freezing it. And that's bread you use for.
Sometimes that's really crappy bread.
It's just whatever has to get sold fast. You can find the artisan bread back there too.
Well, I'm thinking of like not good white bread.
No, it's usually like artisan breads and stuff. That's where you find the cheap artisan breads, is back on the clearance rack. And
because nobody wants to pay full price for that shit.
No, it's just that they make too much, whatever. But that's where you can find like the jalapeno cheddar bagels and things like that on sale. But think about freezing those things, and they're not going to be super great. You use that for your just everyday use stuff. You can make croutons out of it for a salad or whatever. Toast it.
If you have a toaster and there's electricity.
Yeah. So, but the other point we were getting to for how to survive the famine this year, starting out now until the food runs out in the grocery store.
Our Safeway doesn't deliver if you spend enough.
No, I think it does.
Does it?
Yeah, but you gotta like order everything from online, and then somebody else is picking your food out for you. But they do deliver. I think so. Yeah. I'm pretty sure they used to.
And then you got to tip the delivery person.
Yeah, that's what my penis is for, or something. You can
just the tip.
Just the tip. Yeah. Yeah. I hate sirens. It's the sound of criminals. Apparently,
you're hearing a siren.
I was.
I didn't hear any siren.
Well, I don't hear it now. Blue, go. No, it's because you're in here.
He tries to follow me around.
So we're compiling a list. What's this TVP?
Textured vegetable protein. It's what I was describing.
Is that Vegemite?
No.
Okay. Because who wants that? I'm not Australian.
It's not Vegemite. It's a soy product that is dried, and when you add water to it and reconstitute it, it's a lot like the texture of ground beef. And so you can put that in things. And it's easy to store because it's dry and light, but it makes high protein things.
So, so the point of it is they don't have. Oh yeah, that there. You guys have other stores like what were the Woodman's, which has a terrible produce section,
and like Quillen's.
Like Woodman's has,
or the Piggly Wiggly.
Woodman's has like this huge ass produce section, and it's full of like rotten food.
So it's like
they're
produce they couldn't sell at other places.
No, it's just I think they overstock it and they just let it rot in the bins. They have no quality control people there or something.
Yeah, that's true. Of course, it's cheaper, but you get what you pay for.
You don't want to buy it because it's not going to last. It's already past its prime.
In La Crosse, I used to go to the co-op for
the co-op is way better. Yeah. Here you want to go to SARS.
But even like Festival had decent produce.
Oh, she said she does. Well, it would really depend on what person does the picking for you. So if you got a good person there, then you
request that person again.
Yeah. So if you want to survive the famine, you need to start storing up food. You forgot ramen.
I thought it was on there.
Is it?
Oh, I guess not.
I have to remember. I have to put it on. But you need 200 pounds. Okay, we're putting it this way. We figure a person eats about, if a normal human being, not an American.
This is okay. All of a sudden, I'm hot. Stupid fucking hot
You're
flashes.
not wearing a bra, so you can't.
I know. Well, it's not like they can see me, but I still can't.
Okay. I wonder if Cornlips ever made it back. He said he was making breakfast or lunch for his son. I hope he makes it back. I hope he's okay, man. He's been showing up lately here and there, so I guess it's all going okay. Just don't stand up in front of the camera. Like, yeah. The average human being.
I need to go put on a t-shirt. I'll be right back.
You don't have to.
Well, no, yeah, I do.
Okay. So the average human being, not the average American, but the average human needs like, we think it's like 500 pounds of food per year. And then you figure your winter time is like a quarter of that time. But it's more than just the winter. You need enough food stored up to make it until there's crops to be harvested again. So you need like a good half a year worth of food to saved up, right?
This is the shirt I was wearing last night. Okay. Got too hot and had to take it off.
So that's.
Wait, is that a thing just I do? Do other chicks like just take off their shirt if they're hot?
I don't know.
Because I do. So
really,
so answer if you do.
It's not really important. So
it is to me.
If you need a good solid like half a year of food stored up, right? And you rotate that out. Once you reach that amount, you keep rotating out of it. You don't like let it sit there for 10 years. It's not an MRE or anything like that. And even MREs are
something else.
MREs. So we're estimating 200 pounds of dried goods, because this is just dried goods, and then you have to augment by buying some fresh food every month. Even during a famine, there will be stuff that fucking is available. Go to your farmers markets. If those grocery stores have empty shelves, look for neighbors that sell fresh eggs, that have chickens and stuff like that.
Oh, good. See, I'm not alone.
Alrighty. So there's that. Man, I feel so fat. I'm so fat, actually. I need to get unfat. I'm like really fat, man. I'm terrible. I don't like.
Okay, wait. Let's see. Will you giggle if I poke you?
No, because I'm not happy about this. I mean, I'm like seriously fat. I'm like almost
sorry
to the point of wanting to quit the meds because of it.
I've actually put on some weight too. I'm just not too worried about it yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's sad because the meds work for what they're supposed to do, but they're making me fat. Or maybe I just need to figure a way out to control my appetite. I don't know.
Well, I haven't even been overeating and I'm gaining weight. So somehow it makes you actually hold on to the fat or something.
I don't know, but I need to figure it out because I can't handle being fat. I'm a fairly decent looking person and I don't want to turn into the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Ditto.
Yeah. So we're saying a good rule of thumb is you want to have 200 pounds of dried goods stored up. And then once you get to that level, you can just rotate things out. So make sure, rule one, that you're buying things that you like to eat, because you don't want a bunch of food that ain't no good for you, right?
You want to be able to actually, cycle through it. So you're going to need to eat it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. So let's see. So make sure it's things that you can handle eating. So don't just buy a bunch of things because it'll last, Okay,
well then I guess we should take this off because you're not going to like it.
What? Well, will you stop that? I mean, you're not even using the same color. It's
I know.
A total disaster.
It's story of my life.
But we're looking, and this is stuff that people can add to and take away and give advice. And we should actually have a place. It would be nice if we had a website.
Because other people probably have other ideas that we haven't.
Right.
Oh, nuts.
Yes.
That's like a basic one.
Well, you can make things out of nuts, like walnut burgers and stuff. So You got to get stored up food. And the trick on this one is don't make sure you have a secret place you can store it, because you don't want nobody knowing that you're storing up food.
They'll totally rob your rations.
Right now it's ridiculous. Who would steal food, right? That's fucking ridiculous.
I mean, they throw food away all over the place.
But that's when, wait until the fucking food crisis hits and the winter's here and there are no crops in the field and there's no food stored up in the grocery stores and the shelves are running dry. Then people are going to start breaking into houses and looking for food to steal.
Mm-hmm.
So, just so you know. So make sure, like, you need a cool, dry place.
Now, the thing is,
like a root cellar.
I'm pretty sure that unless the famine lasts like several years, if it was just 1 year, probably for the most part, most people would make it. Maybe they'd, lose some weight and wouldn't be able to eat as much as they wanted. But
I'm not so sure anymore.
I'm just thinking of all of the, the canned stuff and all of the processed shit that you just add water to.
Well, that's if you have any of that.
Well, yeah.
But you also got to think of it this way. Through all of human civilization, humans have been saving up the harvest for the winters. And why do you think your Bible stories talk about Egypt and their 7 years of famine? Because they had 7 years of grain stored up. Corn and wheat and stuff you can keep it in the silo for like 5 or 6 years. Yeah,
I mean, I'm sure you can, but then rodents and insects.
You have to have rodent control and everything. Okay, that's why they're in silos with screens so the rats can't get into them and stuff.
Yeah, that's not what our silo is like.
There we got a new person.
Oh,
hi there, dude. I saw him from a different channel.
Nice.
And and this is where you might want to start looking into some rodent-proof containers. All right. And I don't really...
And maybe human-proof containers that have locks on them.
Yeah, well, I don't really know how bad it's going to be. But through all of human civilization... like all of human civilization, our species is always storing food up. We don't just grow a crop.
Hoarders like that.
Yeah, that's what humans do. It's how we've gotten to be so big, anyways, because we stored up food for the bad times. Well, America doesn't have a strategic grain reserve anymore. China has a strategic pork reserve. Nations have these things, and in America, they sold it all off and didn't tell anybody, so nobody knew that they were on their own again.
Mm-hmm.
So how bad can it be? I don't know. Our strategic grain reserve was sold off in 2008. So what does the average person actually have?
Well, I suppose that's true.
I don't know. I just don't know. So I'm not trying to be an alarmist or some shit and saying everybody's going to die, but I think everybody's going to die.
Well, because thinking of, let's say people, go to the grocery store and, are stocked full of groceries or whatever. How long will your pantry last you?
Right, but they usually buy
probably like
foods.
A month.
Well, at least, a month. Usually a month.
A month to 6 weeks. I know because I used to have to go to the store every 6 weeks and then buy like $500 worth of groceries.
Right, exactly. You don't want to do that.
And then it would take me like fucking forever to put it away.
Yeah, and you don't even want that stuff.
And I'd be like exhausted from the whole, 5-hour grocery trip I did.
And, so you also want to have nutritious food. You want to have things that meet your human dietary requirements, which means like vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin Bs, fucking all kinds of crazy shit. You just need
vitamin E.
You need a good variety. Yeah, you need a good variety of food. Now your vitamin C is going to be the hardest thing to maintain because it's a very volatile chemical.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you hope. Okay, now when I say famine, what I mean is I'm thinking it's not just a matter of the U.S. crops failing this year. It's also because of Trump's tariffs like on Mexico and China. So trade has actually been reduced between America and China by like 60%, I think.
Well, and then you look at, okay, so what? France and I think Italy
Yeah.
had like freezing shit
And that's
that
the
wiped all our
vitamin
stuff
C
out.
foods.
Yeah.
And
And then there's burning of the wheat fields in Syria.
So what I'm saying is there's a lot of things happening that are all converging to create not just a bad year for crops that, you know, like you said, people can survive that. There's plenty of canned food and stuff, right? But I mean catastrophic loss of all food sources, reductions everywhere across the board.
Because if current weather is any kind of harbinger of the future, then shit's just going to get worse.
Yeah, this is the new normal. That's the other part I'm trying to say, is this is not just some one-off year. What these rains and these tornadoes, that's the new normal. Oh God. Our phone.
What? That had to be fuckery shit.
They're just always doing that shit. It's stupid.
Your credit card, blah blah blah.
We don't have a credit
card. I don't have a credit card, so fuck you.
Right. Oh crap. We didn't even get a bank card. I guess we'll have to do that next time.
Oh yeah.
We won't worry about that. Anyways, I haven't told anybody the news about that stuff anyway, so nobody actually knows, and no one will know. We're not going to mention that yet. When it's time for it to be known, it will be known, but that time is not now. Because I'm a squirrely little bastard like that.
And I don't remember anything.
Right. So, like I said, 200 pounds per person. And I'm saying this because I'm pretty sure this like last year wasn't a good crop either. They lied and said it was, but if you go look at last year's, it was it was
no memory.
Like
was there a last year? I don't know.
Last year's crops were mediocre.
I kind of died since then and came back.
But it was a mediocre crop last year, and everybody was trying to. And this year they're trying to say how America's had banco crops for the past couple of years. And I'm looking at the old crop records, and I'm like, that's just not so. It's just not true.
Yeah, but that was, in the past. They can totally lie about that.
And they do. But it's a combination of that and like the USDA lying about how bad the crops are. I mean, they're flat out lying, and the farmers know that they're flat out lying because the farmers are the ones being told to lie. So they know that the USDA is lying because they're the ones that the USDA said, hey, tell me a lie. Oh, man.
I think it's dab time.
Whatever.
Woohoo.
But ideas for foods to stock up on. I'm just going to go down the list now.
Okay, it's not in any particular order,
No.
But, whatever.
It's, and like I said, you got to make it up to your own standards.
And I'm sure that's not complete either.
Right. And again, you also got to look for the things that are like going to be on sale because of the price chaos in the food markets. Like the reason we got some of these things is because they were on stupid cheap sales. So I bought a bunch of them. Right. Oh, that's not even on the list.
What?
Mayonnaise.
Oh, well, there you go.
I don't know how mayonnaise is on the shelf, so it'll last a while. Yeah, it doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Right.
I need to not drink any coffee because it's too much fat for me. So I'll drink a soda. So these are just ideas, and we always are looking for other ideas because, man, eating dried goods through the winter just sounds so boring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, think about, you can't eat biscuits every day. I mean, you could, but it would be so boring.
Yeah.
So you want a variety because you're a human and you need variety. Now, one of the things that we're not putting on this list is canned soup. Well, you're wrong there, man. The lack of food in the fields is what's causing a famine. The actual no food being grown. But we've talked about that, and we'll do another update on the global famine later, but not today.
And gas prices certainly could affect things.
Oh, no, they do. They affect everything. But
sure, and it would affect the cost of food prices.
Right,
but probably, before that was a problem, people would just stop putting gas in their cars and driving around.
Right, but there's not going to be a gas problem because America is the exporter of fuel. Or
if the 70s taught us anything, then there'll be just lines for days.
And, it'll work itself out, though. Mm-hmm. There's always going to be fucking fuel. This planet Earth, it's a carbon-based planet.
Take this juice. I can't get my mayo.
I can't get my the great mayonnaise riots of 2019. The craft.
And they're all here. It's Miracle Whip, and they're no deal.
But we'll do an update.
Corn Lips is back. Hi.
Hi, Corn Lips. I made it back. Oh my goodness. But we'll do another update on how bad global crops are doing, food supply. We'll do a whole.
The funny thing is, we haven't even started on the list yet.
Well, I'm trying, but you keep interrupting me, and maybe
that's my fault.
That's your fault. Totally your fault. Taking your shirt off.
Here, you have to put the mayo thing on.
No, I don't. This is
just remember the mayo.
We already got mayo.
Like one thing of it.
No, I got 2 out there.
Oh, ooh, that'll last you like a week.
So, dude, no, one of these will last me a month if I don't eat tuna. This thing is it's 30 fluid ounces. It's really heavy, and I don't want to be eating fucking spoonfuls of mayonnaise in the winter either.
Yeah, I remember when those came in glass jars. You could really beam somebody with that.
You can still get those somewhere, I think. Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's totally ridiculous. That's why we decided we'd rather be homeless instead.
We'll just fend for ourselves.
Yeah. I mean, but here's our ideas that we got today. And like I said, this is just the beginning list. Because that's a hard one. You got to find that shit on sale. And those are actually really
good.
And
I wonder if you'd be better off buying them in the shell if that would keep them fresher.
Well,
it probably would.
It depends on how you store them, but that's extra weight.
Well, that's true.
Basically, that's why we need to go to like SARS and Winco, because that's when you got to look for sales on the bulk foods and Safeway.
And that's where, again, we don't have the ideal situation. That's where you want to have a house with maybe a basement or
you need a root cellar.
Something where you can actually store the stuff and you have space to store, like, shelled nuts or something.
But that's okay because
nuts in the shell. I mean,
I have a top secret food storage area. It's our fallout for survival cache.
Is it in my stomach?
No, but we got a secret place to store our food already. So there. Take that, world. And it'll help to use that because we can't carry everything, like you said, in our fucking van. But good things to pack.
But we got the trailer for overflow.
No, because it can't have that much weight on it. No, I got the jack stands up on it to help keep the weight off of the axle, actually.
We'll have to put all the dried stuff in there, if anything.
Mm-hmm. So, here we go, guys. Peanut butter, a really good high-calorie food. Don't rely on peanut butter because too much peanut butter can give you cancer.
Well, and don't get like the Jif type stuff. Get the old-fashioned peanut butter because it's more bang for the buck.
It'll separate on you.
Okay, I guess the other stuff would probably last longer, but I hate that. I hate that Jif stuff. It's not even peanut butter. It's peanut type spread.
I don't know. I'd have to look at the labels. It works fine for me. I got the Safeway brand. Cocoa powder. You don't need a lot of it, but having some fucking... She likes our cache. Having some cocoa powder it's a nice flavoring agent. You can make chili with it. You can make desserts with it. You can make hot cocoa in the wintertime with it. It's oh, the one you didn't add here. Here's something on the list that I really don't like, but you should have it because you can use it to cook with, and that's fake milk.
Oh yeah, powdered milk.
I wonder if you can get milk solids anymore like that, and that way it's real milk.
You know, I think you can get milk in the little aseptic things, kind of like the soy milk, but again, you're paying for the water.
Yeah, you're paying for water at that point. So do you want dried goods, not canned good type things? Like, yeah, you can buy milk that is in those things that it like will never go bad because they don't even put it in the fridge.
Yeah, no, powdered milk is pretty durable.
But powdered milk,
I remember when I was a kid and we used to live in a bus and didn't have a refrigerator, and I pretty much had powdered milk. And
yeah. Like so that. I don't worry about salt because it's not a food crop and it's made in the heart of the Nevada. So I can just go out there and raid a fucking salt mine if I have to. We know where to go for that. We know it. We know where the salt factory is.
That's in California, even.
Is that? I was it on the other. Yeah, no, it was in California. Yeah. Oh yeah. Soups. You just got to get a cookbook for soups. So honey stores a long time.
Pretty much forever.
Yeah. Beans. Like all kinds of beans. Get all kinds of dried beans.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. Rice. If you like tea, get some tea that's dried.
I need lots of tea.
Yeah, it's caffeine. It's also good for you.
Well, and you don't have, I mean, I like to put sugar in mine, but I could totally drink it without sugar.
But remember to stock up if you on your dried beverage stuff, tea, coffee.
And honey is also good to mix with things too.
Well, yeah. Yeah. Dried fruit. That's a tough one. But you want to try to find the apple chips and banana chips.
Well, banana chips are very sweetened.
Well,
but dried apricots are good.
That's good.
Raisins and prunes are always good.
Prunes, maybe. Raisins don't have any vitamin C.
I think they have something else, but I can't think of what it is right now.
And you mentioned couscous, which is like a pasta type of deal.
It's like a pasta grain.
Pasta. You want to get some pastas, unless you know how to make your own. If you know how to make your own.
Yeah, but making your own is a lot of work.
Yeah. Yeah, and you want to check out the Asian stores probably for rice because they got variety in the huge ass 50-pound bags.
Now, the thing with rice is if you really want it to be good for you and, you know, fill you up, it has to be brown rice, even though it doesn't taste nearly as good as white rice.
No, we're talking about calories. You're using it as a filler. It's just, you know, it's the calorie.
It's pretty much an empty filler. Brown rice actually, you know, gives you something. Well, and again, I know brown rice is not that tasty. I totally prefer the taste of white rice, but it is way better for you.
But you can add things to white rice to make it a meal.
Sure. I mean, it turns it into a lot like pasta.
Right. So, oats, like oatmeal, couscous.
Well, you can use oats in making breads too. Oh, yeast would be one.
Well, yeah, some bread yeast. You always want to, and you don't need a whole lot of that because a little goes a long ways. But you definitely want 2 or 3 containers of yeast.
So you can make some bread.
Right. Otherwise, you have to capture wild yeast. And that takes a week to make the bread.
Well, okay, no, to catch wild yeast, what you have to do is you put a jar with some flour and water outside.
Right.
And then you put it out there for, like the day or whatever. And then at dark, you take it and cover it and, feed it in like a couple weeks and see what grows and see if it's any good. And it might be terrible, or you might get like San Francisco sourdough stuff.
Right. So it's better just to get some yeast and throw it in the freezer or the root cellar and stuff. Flour. You need fucking flour. Okay. It's preserved. It's fucking It's ready to go. You can make all kinds of things. You can make your bread, your biscuits, your pancakes. You can make soups, like you were mentioning the soups, the guy that was mentioning soups. You need flour to make your soups out of, all kinds of stuff. Flour is very important. Here's one I don't like either, shortening.
But you're going to need some kind of fat thing that stays good for a long time.
It doesn't have to be refrigerated.
Yeah.
Now, if you have solar power and a freezer and stuff, I would say freeze butter.
Way better.
Way better.
Well, and you can even other types of liquid oils are better than that. But that's something that, you can always use.
Oh, you might want to put like cooking oils, like olive oil, grapeseed oil, or is it rapeseed oil?
No, grapeseed oil is different than canola.
Okay. So don't get canola. Cooking oils, they last just till you open it up. In fact, humans used to use actual oils for preservative. They would cook the meats in the oils and then leave the meats all covered with the oil.
I forgot what we were talking about, but okay.
Okay.
Well, the rice with soy sauce and butter and an egg. That'd be good.
Rice is
butter. Plain white rice, and then she said have with soy sauce, butter, and an egg on top.
Japanese breakfast, pretty much, yeah. In fact, in Korea, they don't even use the soy sauce for the breakfast. Or no, that's the Philippines. You get plain that with the pork. It's usually some kind of a pork and rice, and that's breakfast for them. Dried peppers and mushrooms.
Oh, pickling. That's a good idea.
If you have the space.
I don't know how we'll do it in the van.
Yeah, if you have the space, if you have an actual home.
Well, and canning, if you have a garden, canning stuff is a good way too.
You really need that. And you need
that's where you have to kind of know what you're doing, though.
And that's the other thing. If you have a home base, you really need to invest in some freezers and some solar power. So that these fridges and freezers do not use a lot of electricity.
As long as they're not opened all the time.
Yeah, they really don't use a lot of power. So solar power, a little bit of solar power will go a long ways when it comes to freezers. But you need things. Oh, the best of the items was sweet yellow bell peppers. That's high
in vitamin C, right?
But jalapenos are good. All your peppers are good, but you
can dry the peppers.
And you need to preserve them somehow. I think roasting them, blending them, and then throwing them in the freezer is my favorite way of doing it.
It's true. If you have property, you can just dig a hole and store your stuff there.
Pretty much.
That's kind of what a basement is.
That's what a root cellar basically is.
Yeah.
And we said pastas. Quinoa is another good grain.
It's a grain, yeah.
It's a good grain. You can use it in lieu of rice.
Sure.
Right.
And you can put it in soups
and
too.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Your dried texture vegetable proteins. That would be terrible. Tuna fish, it's canned, I know, but it's a good thing. Also, having high quality amino acids.
Going back to the TVP, it could make decent tacos.
Okay.
If you use the great seasonings for it.
Oh, seasonings. Make sure you back up on your seasonings.
Sure.
Oh, I like we get not the cream malto meal, which
it has the malt in
so
it.
It's the same thing as cream of wheat, but except with malted milk
powder.
Yeah,
it's farina, but it has malted barley in it.
Right. So yes, hot cereals. Oh
God. Oh, we should make sure that's on the list too.
Hot cereals, hot and cold cereals, because they both store. They're dried goods. What's up, guys?
Our list is getting longer and longer.
No, that's good because this is the things you need to store up on. It's like you're saying, if you have like a 50-pound bag of flour and a 50-pound bag of rice, that's 100 pounds right there, right?
Sure.
And then your other stuff is your peppers, your peanut butter, your honey, your spices, your seasonings. You see what I'm saying? Because you only need like a quarter of a pound or something of this, that, and the other, right?
Sure.
Like
yeah, I mean, your seasonings, you don't need a lot, and you'd only use it a little bit,
right?
Per thing. But you kind of, you need to a
Right.
big thing of that spice to last.
Like you probably only want to have, like, if you have a good freezer system, 10 pounds of frozen butter will get you through the winter. Okay, like that. 2 tubs of fucking Crisco will get you through the winter. If you're not a total hoggers, you know what I'm saying?
If you're not deep frying things.
Yeah, if you're not deep frying,
Hmm.
And like the one dude mentioned salt, but salt's not going to ever run out. The other reasons for the eating of seaweed, dried seaweed. I know it's a weird thing, but your green vegetables you mentioned, and the peppers, that's also has the iodine in it. So you don't even have to rely on salt for iodine if you're eating enough of green vegetables and things like that.
Sure.
And you said it was in some meats too.
I can't remember what I said now. That was like yesterday.
Garlic powder. I so like fresh garlic. If you have an actual root cellar, you can store actual fresh garlic, and it'll last for a couple months, depending on the strain.
Right. It starts to sprout after a while.
Well, yeah, but I eat that part of it anyway.
Well, yeah, garlic greens are actually good on things.
Pretty good, yeah. But yeah, if we don't know how bad it's gonna be, but what else do we got? Cornmeal. If you
can still get cornmeal.
Yeah, like now is the time to stock up on cornmeal, like now, because there's plenty of wheat growing this year. There's no wheat shortage, I don't think. It's all in the corn and the soy, which means your meat prices and stuff.
Okay, what did the crop report thing say about the wheat?
Oh, well, they're lying. So it says they're actually saying there's a surplus of wheat. But the wet, cold weather is making all the ripe wheat fields bulk right now, which is reducing the yield.
Sure.
But the USDA is lying to us, so we don't even fucking know what's going on. Then that's just the other reason why I'm saying it's probably time to start preparing for this shit. When your government's lying to you about your food, it means there's a problem.
Well, and if the government does come to the point of saying things, then there's going to be a total rush on the grocery store.
Sugar, that's another one to stock up on. Ramen, it's actually a lightweight, high-calorie food, so it's all starch,
And it's best if you have hot water, but you can, in theory, make it with cold water and just let it sit for a long time. It won't fully cook,
we're
but
gonna have fire, okay?
Well, I know, but
And on the West Coast, there's going to be a lot of fire. All right, you're going to have no problems finding things on fire on the West Coast, okay? Dried potatoes. I know that's boring, but guess what? That stuff will last a while, and one box goes a long way. So 2 or 3 boxes of that.
I've been eating a lot of those in the last couple months.
It's been a mainstay for you.
It's been a mainstay because it's easier to eat when I can't eat things. I can't chew things. And it's kind of.
Melissa is heading out.
Tastes pretty much okay.
Oh no, Corn Lips is.
Oh.
See you later.
Yeah. I forgot what I was talking about.
Taters and your jaw not working.
Oh. So yeah. They're edible.
Yeah. Nuts. That's a very good one. And we mentioned powdered milk, even though it's not really milk. It's
we kind of mentioned these things already.
Yeah.
I just added them when we mentioned them.
Yeah, righty. But that's what we got so far. But the important ones on that list is the dried peppers and dried fruits, because that's a lot of the volatile nutrients your body needs that is hard to come by in regular dried goods and stuff.
And I'm not sure how much like a vitamin C supplement would be helpful. I don't know how much.
If it's the gummy bear kinds.
I guess the kind that you chew maybe is a little bit
The
better.
solids, I don't trust those. I don't think your body even sees them.
But I'm pretty sure vitamin C is probably, you might want to get supplements of all the things like that, but some are better than
probably
others.
a good multivitamin supplement would be good.
I'll put that on the list.
But like I think the gummy bear versions of the vitamins were better than the pill solid thingies. Because I really don't think your body sees them. Everything happens in water in the body, and if it's a solid, your body's just not going to recognize it as something to do stuff with. So, let's see, where was I? That's pretty much our list.
Yep.
Oh, well, you can, but it's usually some Asian stuff. That's another one to hit up the Asian store. Tamarind powder. Tamarind's, I think, the regular. That's a root, so I think it stores well, actually. So tamarind would work, but I don't really like the flavor of it.
Yeah, I didn't. We had those. Was it candies or something?
There was candies. You can buy it fresh in SARS.
No, we bought it that one time.
Yeah.
I can't remember where we got it. Was it that Asian store in Orville?
That was in Orville, yeah.
But I don't remember what it was. Tamarind something, and it was like it was.
They also have the liquid stuff too. That was at the food bank. But then again, what are you going to do with this stuff? It's kind of terrible taste, and the liquid tamarind. I think they lemon and lime juices come in those containers, and they might last.
We're supposed to refrigerate those.
No, they're not in the fake ones in the plastic.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're supposed to refrigerate those.
They're not in the refrigerated section. They're in the middle.
I know. After you open it, I think.
After you open it, but if you're storing it and it's not open,
okay.
Okay. But yeah. But it's much better to have fresh peppers and fruits and vegetables.
I don't know. Does citric acid react the same as ascorbic acid, which is vitamin C?
It's the same, I think.
I thought it was a little bit different. Maybe it is the same.
I'm pretty sure they're similar. And if not, your body can make it out of that. The problem is your body doesn't manufacture any of its own vitamin C because humans and, godly designing and all.
Hey, I know something's not on here. Tang.
That might work, actually. Kool-Aid, it has vitamin C added to it. So Kool-Aid packets.
Oh, okay.
That stuff is nasty too, but
yeah,
all of your powdered beverages like that do come with vitamin C fortifications.
We'll put Tang so we know what the hell I'm talking about with the Kool-Aid thing.
Yeah, that's a good idea there. So those things, you don't even need a lot of them. It's just a supplement for vitamin C.
Which you definitely want so you don't get scurvy.
Yeah, the vitamin C is the hard one to get right. Like, we eat a lot of fresh peppers.
Vitamin C in those things is pretty perishable.
But here's why I'm saying that shit might be getting bad, because America has been pissing off everybody that we buy food from in the wintertime. Like Mexico. America buys over 40% of its fresh fruits and vegetables from Mexico. Over 40%. So if we're pissing off Mexico, what's it going to take before they're like, you know what? I think I'm going to sell my food to China instead of America. And then we have nothing. And if they choose to do that in the wintertime, we have nothing. So I guess I'll go look in the store next time for the vitamin C packets. Because that's all that Kool-Aid is.
Like emergency packets.
Yeah. No, but Kool-Aid's cheaper.
That's true.
It's stupid.
Well, the emergency things. Oh, that's so hard to drink. Oh, it's like you drink it and then you get like the sweat feeling from it being so tart.
I don't know.
It's like it moves up your body and it's the weirdest feeling.
Booze is probably a good thing to store up if you high quality booze. Because as the preppers like to say,
look,
that stuff's
it's at the
worth
top
money.
of our list.
That stuff is worth money, and if there's no such thing as money.
That's true.
Because it can be used for surgical applications, wound treatment, painkiller.
Because nobody stocks up on rubbing alcohol.
Right. No, you just want the booze.
Yeah, but if you've got a wound or something, do you really want to pour booze on it? Come on, you're wasting it.
Well, let me tell you something. When I got in a fight, the dude was a little bitch, and he bit my thumb right into the cuticle.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really.
Fucker.
Yeah, I mean, so that happened, and guess what I used to sterilize it with? fucking whiskey. Because I couldn't find anything else right away, and I just wanted, human bites are the worst bites, so I irrigated it with a lot of fresh water and I sterilized it with whiskey.
See, I injured both of my thumbs.
Ooh, vinegar.
This one, when I was a kid, I slammed it in the door of an international truck.
Ouch.
Ow. And the nail fell off. And in this one, some lady like opened a door on my finger so that my finger was in the back of the door somehow, and it got totally squished. And so now both nails grow in all retarded.
But vinegar's another good one. Vinegar is good medicinal substance. It's also good for a lot of cooking stuff, you know.
You know, maybe we should
salads and
we
dressings.
should put the full list like in the comments or something later.
We can do that. Definitely.
Because you know, otherwise we would have to like watch it and write the stuff down.
I
So
know.
you know.
And different kinds of vinegar. Oh, here's another one. Don't buy cheap vinegars. Do not buy the store brand cheap vinegars. Like if you want balsamic vinegar,
Get good balsamic.
Get good
the cheap
balsamic.
stuff is so bad.
Get whatever vinegar you get. Make sure they're the good quality ones. Do not save money on your vinegars because you're basically throwing the money away. The stuff is nasty.
Unless you know, white vinegar is also used for lots of things, but
that
you're not
you can buy
going to
the
eat
cheap
that.
one.
So you get like the gallon thing.
Yeah, you can clean with it. You can. But I use like either rice vinegar or apple cider vinegar as a medicinal one. It's very good for your stomach to take a shot of vinegar, like, you know, once or twice a month, actually. It's really good for you.
That's what they said. The raw apple cider vinegar is supposed to be even better for you.
Why is that? That
'Cause
one
it's
tastes
still-
terrible.
I think it tastes pretty good.
I hate it.
But I don't drink it as just vinegar. I mix it with honey and water,
Yeah.
so it's way better. It tastes kind of like a vinegary apple cider or something.
I like to be all manly about it, and I get my nice apple cider vinegar in a shot glass, and I take it as a shot. And
No, you don't. You just swig it out of the bottle.
okay, I do not. I have to measure it. Yeah, that's another good one. And you can make salad dressings out of the vinegar. You can add it to your ramen or your rice or your fish. And that's the other thing. Look where you live at like lakes and rivers, and see what kind of natural, like, you know, before we had all this farming and stuff, people actually had to go foraging in the environment. So, or fishing and stuff like that. I thought we said that already.
I know, but I didn't put it on the list.
Because that was one of the vitamin C ones, I think. No, that was iodine.
And I think it has some other kind of like mineral in it.
I think it was
too.
just the iodine.
Pretty sure. I can't think of what it is, but I think I've read that seaweed has other nutrients that you can't necessarily get in other places.
Yeah, we have
I think I read it somewhere. I might just be pulling it out of nowhere in my brain. I don't know.
And there's two kinds of rice vinegar, so choose the one that you like. There's seasoned, which is just sugar and salt added to it, and then there's the plain rice vinegar.
get the no sugar kind.
Well, you can always add it there, I guess, if you need. Because I use honey to make the salad dressings. You taught me that one.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what we got so far. And why, I guess I should do another separate stream for next time to explain why we think this stuff is important to be doing. You know, the YouTube has all these stupid big ass channels and all these preppers, and they're like, be afraid,
and they're all load up on MREs.
And you only have a couple of years to go. And I'm like, no, now is the time that you need to be surviving from. Your government's lying to you. And I don't know how bad things are because the government is lying to us. So that means there's things they know that I don't know. If your government is lying to you about something, there's a good chance that something bad is happening. Because governments don't go around lying if they don't have to. It costs money to tell lies. So And if they get found out, then people get in trouble because they were lying. So governments are not usually trying to lie about things unless they have to. They lie for reasons.
Yeah, our modern government is a bunch of lying liars who lie.
But they lie for reasons still. Like the drone that Iran just shot down.
Mhm.
Trump said that it was in international waters. Well, no, it was over Iranian fucking territorial airspace there. That's where it was.
Nope.
And it got shot down. They didn't even shoot it down right away. They said they let it fly around for several hours.
Wow.
So they were trying to be nice about it. Iran was actually being like, okay, we see you. You're not hiding, Mr.
And the guy controlling saw, ooh, I'm stealthy.
Right. Somewhere in Virginia.
Yeah.
Some fat guy in a cubicle in Langley, Virginia is flying around this fucking MK Ultra stealth drone or whatever the fuck it is. And he's fucking like, yeah, no one's seeing me.
And then all of a sudden he's like, oh no, I'm hit.
The guy next to him like, where are you at? What level is this?
Dude, can you respawn?
Can you respawn my drone? Oh my gosh. It's so crazy because they tracked it from the time that it took off. It was never hiding. Iran was tracking the drone the entire flight path.
So the guy doing it's all, ooh, I'm so sneaky. They'll never see me.
But I read the thing about, they're like, yeah, it took off at such and such time from such and such airport. Then it turned off all of its fucking flight identifier signals.
Turned off all its little blinky lights so we couldn't see it.
So it went into its stealth mode, at which point they were still tracking it for hours before shooting it down. So America's really stealthy drone, not so stealthy.
It's kind of like when you're sitting in a room and there's a fly like just buzzing around, and you know you can just let it buzz around, but kind of fucking annoying. So you kill that bastard.
Yeah, exactly. Just like that. That's what happened this morning. So I guess, I don't know, if I remember, I'll do a topic next time on why we think this whole famine thing is going to be bad. Because it's global.
Well, okay, it's gonna last at least a year, or say, I guess, a year and a half, because the food has to grow first.
Yeah.
But so we don't know what next year's weather is going to be. If it's just as fucky as now, then yeah, pretty fucked.
We don't even know.
But maybe next year will, be just peaches.
We don't even know what the weather's going to be during the summer and then harvest time. So all we know is we have a crappy planting season.
Well, yeah.
Nobody knows the future,
and not a very good growing season either.
So far,
like, yeah,
it's all cloudy and stuff, and we don't,
or rainy was to the point of flooding. I just look.
Is the drone thing happening because the tanker attacks and it go over so well? Like, no, the drone, it was a reconnaissance drone, and they're trying to find holes in the Iranian air defense systems because they're looking for a route for the airplanes to take to be able to go over and do the bombing run.
So wait. So they're all, damn, we weren't able to frame them for the boat thing. Okay, let's see if we can frame them for one of these drone things.
Well, the drone thing wasn't a false flag. They were trying to find holes in the air defense systems of Iran.
Maybe it was a little of both.
No. This is one of their most advanced drones, and they are actually shitting their pants that it got shot down. It's a high altitude spy vehicle that has the most up to date, the best optics, and they say it provides near real time visuals, topographical visual heat maps, all of that stuff. The world's best, America's best sensors are installed on this thing.
They gave it to Iran.
And they basically gave it to Iran. So yeah, guess who's going to have laser beams next year? Iran.
Drones with laser beams.
Pretty much, yeah. That's why it's happening, because they're trying to find a route of attack, and then their spy vehicle got shot down in the middle of spying. So, yeah, not so good of a spy mission there.
They should have tried hiding in the bushes.
That probably didn't go too well for me either. But yeah. So there's a lot of reasons.
Like guys would be like, shh, there's a drone in the bushes. Don't let it know you know.
What is this, Johnny 5? But like, oh my gosh, the world's insane. Like, I don't normally, like, the preppers are like saying, oh, be afraid, you gotta buy all this gear because 5 years from now or 10 years from now it's gonna be really bad.
And buy all the stuff from Amazon.
Right. And like all these people are living in their box jobs, their slave boxes, thinking they have 5 years to prepare for shit, when no, the bad shit's now. It's right now. Things are going bad right now. When your government's lying to you about food, that's a bad thing. The government's lying to you. No Party City balloon weapons here. That's Palestine. That's Gaza. Those guys are funny. They have kids like making balloon animals full of explosive gases, and they're like setting Israeli crops all on fire and shit.
Good times.
And they said they're going to upgrade to chemical weapon balloons. That's so cool.
Mustard gas balloons.
That's some funny shit there. Oh, the thing about the balloons, I guess we should end this and go talk more later so I can go to the bathroom and walk the dogs. And
blah, I guess we do have to walk
I haven't
the
checked
dogs.
the mail to email today because I really don't want to. Stupid lawyer stuff. But I'll get to that sometime. Whatever, I don't really care anymore. It's the 20th. 10 more days till payday. Payday's on a Sunday. So, oh shit.
My payday is only $400.
Oh my God.
What?
We might get paid on that day.
Oh.
Which is bad because
the next month is
the next month is right there is on a Thursday. So it's going to be a long month. This is how they fuck over poor people.
Yeah. And I'm only getting $400 this month from SSI because it's going to be
fucked up. But yeah, we might get paid on that day. And if not, we'll get paid on Monday anyway. So it really doesn't even matter to us because our food money don't even come in until the Saturday of July, the first Saturday of July. So, so we have maybe 8 days till payday and 16 days until food monies for you. I need to apply and see if I can qualify for some food monies. I mean, even if it's like $10 a month, that would be something, I guess. So, yeah. All right. Thanks for hanging out with this How to Survive the Apocalypse show. We'll be back next time with more tips and tricks on how to survive the apocalypse and the apocalypse newscasts and how bad things really are that your government is just not telling you about.
Be sure and buy all the stuff we said.
Or not.
I'll put the list.
As I told the retard from Scotland, I don't give a fuck. Go die of scurvy. I don't care.
Yeah, or don't buy it. Fuck,
Right.
you care.
Thanks, guys. We'll see you all next time.